The owner of the land made a really rude comment how I'm a foreigner and I shouldn't worry about them destroying the river. It's none of my business, so maybe she's actually right about that.
Yeah, we've created this beautiful food forest, and we have incredible amounts of plant diversity and beautiful hardscaping, rivers, little dipping pools, you name it, we've done it here, and we're continuing to do this. Yeah, it's very interesting. We might have to give up our environmental fight against our neighbors. Their attitude towards nature is incredibly destructive, but every time we try to protect the river or our surrounding areas, they do more destruction. It's quite interesting how they have this attitude towards picking a fight and making sure that they win. It's always about them winning, not nature winning. It's about them winning, which is really odd. We have this real dilemma right now. The more we fight, the more they destroy. And yesterday was sort of the icing on the cake. They came here and they started to spray everything with that really cheap blue spray paint. And it looks awful. It is awful. It smelled horrible here yesterday. I was really thankful that they only had one spray can. And they've marked everything with this blue paint. And I'm still trying to figure out why they did this. I guess they don't want us moving rocks or whatever it is. But they're the ones moving the rocks. The lady here has cut down every single tree that was on this steep blue shale cliff. And there is no return now. There's nothing that will save this. They've taken the trees from my side and planted them into the wall here. But the river's going to take all this stuff away, and it's going to be quite nasty when we get a big storm. They painted every rock all the way up the river. In Victoria, British Columbia, or even in Ontario, if you did this type of destruction to a piece of land, you would be handcuffed and taken away and arrested. And this is totally unacceptable, but no one is doing anything about it. I've contacted the authorities. It's Sunday. So let's see what they do this week, if they do anything. And this is totally unacceptable. Yeah, it's very interesting to me. I focused on this destructive force that we have in our neighborhood. These people are destroying their land. And most likely I made the mistake of complaining about them destroying their own land. It sounds crazy, but I've lost focus on what I'm doing here. And it really has to stop. I have to really pay attention to what I'm supposed to do and forget about them painting the river and making dams and all these things. I have to pay attention to what I need to do here to get this food forest cooking and get the eco lodge running. So their distraction is about karma for me. So if you destroy nature, I've never seen anyone thrive if they have this attitude towards destroying everything that is alive. There's this negative element about it, and I just definitely want to switch my focus back to moving this project forward and forgetting about them down below doing all this nasty destruction. I can't wait for one of those nasty, massive floods that happen here occasionally, and it's going to clean up everything they've done down there in one swoop. The river is that powerful, and maybe that's got to be the way to think about this, is that nature's going to take care of this miserable attitude and miserable destruction that's going on, and that it's self-cleaning. Nature has a lot of energy to self-clean itself, so maybe that's what's going to happen. We've had a run-in with our neighbors. They are on destruction mode. And the more we battle them, the more they destroy. So there's a mathematical equation where if we complain to them, they do twice as much damage. If we ignore them, they do less. So we've come to the conclusion that it is possibly better for us not to fight these people and to let them destroy whatever they want to destroy until they get bored with it. It goes against everything that's inside me, but when you have no help from the authorities to stop them destroying, then you kind of have to say to yourself, well, maybe getting them to get bored is the only way this massive, crazy destruction is going to stop. And one of the things that is really odd is if you look at our place, it's growing, it's thriving, it's increasing in size, it's alive, we have animals everywhere, we have all this life going on. And if you look at their land, they are systematically trying to destroy everything that is alive. So that are the two, forms of separation, is this objective of supporting and improving and creating life compared to destroying and making sure that nothing has a chance to survive. We've got two opposing forces. Maybe the only solution there is just to completely ignore their destruction. Let them destroy whatever they want to destroy except for anything on our land. And we're going to have to let it go, because if we don't let it go, the destruction is going to be continuous. And it's getting more violent, more aggressive, more destructive towards nature every day. So yesterday, them spray painting the entire river basin down there really showed to me, that there's probably no hope fighting these people, because when somebody has an objective that strong to destroy nature, it's got to be very hard to battle them in such a way that they stop, because there is no reasoning. You cannot talk to these people. You cannot ask them to stop destroying nature. They will not listen to you, and they will also be more aggressive towards destroying the thing that you care for. They know I care about the environment. They know I care about all these animals. So how do they get at me the best way? And that is destruction. More and more destruction makes them understand that I get more and more angry. So I have to basically stop battling them. As long as they stay off my property, I'm okay. They might end up doing a disastrous scenario down below there. At one point you have to give up. Give up might be the wrong word. You might have to let them do what they need to do to get that aggression and anger out of them. And maybe in 1 month they won't care about this place anymore. That's my hope, and that's sort of the equation that I see battling these people. It just doesn't work. So the son, he loosened all the gravel here with a pickaxe, and he's pushed it all towards their side. But what he doesn't realize is he's lowered the river by like 40-50 centimeters. And it's a bit of a problem, because the deeper you go, the more they're going to lose their land. And it's quite shameful. She mainly cut all these trees down to get fence posts out of it. And I've talked to her many times to stop cutting down all these trees, but she just didn't stop. And she's now paid the price. She had a 50-foot eucalyptus tree here that she cut down and simply sent into the river. And it's now long gone. And the tree would have stopped probably all of this damage, just that one tree. Now they have this idea of pushing all their dirt from the top down into the river to protect the river. But they're going to lose all their topsoil from up above. So the destruction never stops.
Yeah, here the husband's cutting the hillside again. I don't know what they want to grow here, but they cannot stand to have anything growing there. It has to be macheted down and cleared, and this will all erode.
So we have this shoreline planted with, I don't know, maybe 100 aliso trees. They've pulled them all out, just basically ripped them out of the ground and threw them into the river, or they've moved them over to their side. and planted them on their side. It's quite scary how these people operate, but that's just how they are. So we're thinking of doing nothing now. We're just thinking of declaring defeat and allowing them to rip out all the trees and to do all this destruction just to get our peace back, because the more we fight these people, the more destruction they do and the more damage they create. If we ignore them, they just go away and have no interest. They haven't had any interest in this place for 3 years. All they've done is come here to cut down trees, and that's about it. So it's been quite devastating in the last month.